What would you do if the one person meant to protect your future tore it apart with a single sentence? Lila Carter stood in the living room, the air thick with the scent of her stepmother's lavender perfume. At 24, she'd fought for every scrap of stability since her father's death 5 years ago. The trust fund he'd left her was her lifeline, a promise of college, a home, a chance to escape the suffocating grip of her stepmother, Diane, and her stepsister, Chloe. Tonight, Lila had come to confirm the fund's release. Instead, she got a bombshell. "I gave it to Chloe," Diane said, her voice cold as glass. "She's better than you. More deserving. You're just a burden." The words landed like a punch. Lila's breath caught, her vision blurring as the room seemed to tilt. Chloe, the golden child who'd never worked a day in her life, now held Lila's future in her manicured hands. The betrayal burned, but worse was the smug curl of Diane's lips, as if she'd been waiting years to deliver this blow. Lila's mind raced. She'd spent years swallowing Diane's barbs, believing she'd earn her place in this fractured family. She'd worked double shifts at the diner, studied through sleepless nights, all while Chloe partied and Diane praised her every step. Now, the trust fund, her father's last gift, was gone. Stolen. Why? Lila's voice cracked, barely above a whisper. Diane shrugged, adjusting her pearl necklace. "Chloe's going to Yale. She'll make something of herself. You? You're nothing but a dreamer with no backbone." The words stung, but something in Lila snapped. She stormed out, the rain soaking her as she stumbled to her beat-up car. She didn't cry, not yet. Anger fueled her, a fire she hadn't felt in years. She drove to the only place that felt like home, the tiny bookstore where she'd spent her childhood, now run by Mr. Ellis, her father's old friend. The bell jingled as she entered, dripping wet. Mr. Ellis, his face creased with concern, handed her a towel. "Lila, what's happened?" She spilled everything, the words tumbling out like a flood. When she finished, Mr. Ellis leaned back, his eyes sharp. "There's something you need to know," he said, his voice low. "Your father came to me before he died. He didn't trust Diane. He set up a secondary account, a backup fund. It's not much, but it's yours, hidden from her." Lila's heart stopped. A twist of hope, fragile but real. "Why didn't you tell me?" "He wanted you to fight for yourself first," Mr. Ellis said. "To prove you're stronger than their lies. And Lila, you are." The revelation shifted something in her. The next morning, she marched to the bank with Mr. Ellis's documents. The backup fund was small enough for community college, maybe an apartment, but it was hers. Diane hadn't one. Not completely. But the story didn't end there. Weeks later, as Lila packed for her new life, Chloe showed up at her door. Lila braced for a fight, expecting the usual venom. Instead, Chloe's eyes were red, her voice shaky. "I didn't know," she said. "Mom told me the money was hers to give. I don't want it." Lila stared, stunned. Chloe, the untouchable princess, was unraveling. "Why tell me now?" "Because I'm tired of being her puppet," Chloe whispered. "I'm not better than you. I never was." The confession hung between them, raw and unexpected. Lila didn't forgive not yet, but she saw Chloe differently. Not as a rival, but as another victim of Diane's manipulation. Lila left town the next day, her car packed with books and dreams. The road ahead was uncertain, but for the first time, she felt free. Diane's words still echoed, but they no longer defined her. She wasn't a burden. She was a fighter, carrying her father's love and her own resilience. The trust fund was gone, but Lila had found something better, herself. And maybe, just maybe, a sister she never expected. Yindi.